you have broadband, but you don't have people, and it could be the primary care practitioner, or it could be somebody in a family, understand how to use it. So they've got the iPad, that's great, but they don't even know how to get on to the platform. I'm encouraged by the fact that we're realizing that you've got to match all this up. You've got to have the providers of the service. You've got to have the technology, which includes both broadband and the equipment to be able to handle doing those kinds of telehealth-based assessments. And you've also got to have digital literacy. So basically in that situation is making sure both the person that's providing the telehealth services is comfortable doing care and providing services via telehealth. It's not quite the same as doing as a face-to-face visit, as well as making sure those who are receiving the services and presenting patients for services are comfortable as well. So I think we've realized it's kind of a three-legged stool. We've got to be able to do all of those three. And we've learned that more and more during the pandemic. So I think that's what's going to be key, is make sure we have those resources and the funding to support those resources so that not only can we say we can offer telehealth services across any area of the state, but it can be accessed and it can be used effectively.
The senior population all over the nation is growing, and South Carolina has a large senior population. During the pandemic, this was probably the most vulnerable group of folks that were exposed to the virus. And so they have been impacted significantly through isolation, through not being able to go to their healthcare provider. They were fearful of going out into the open, and so now we're trying to make it so they can actually leave their home, but not really leave their home.
Digital literacy is knowing how to communicate, interact digitally, whether it's through email, virtual calls, those type things, across a variety of different devices.
We have partnered with Rural LISC, the South Carolina Department on Aging, and the South Carolina Arts Commission to teach senior citizens about digital literacy. We've given them a tablet and a year's worth of cellular service from Verizon as part of the program. And we are teaching them how to use the tablet. We're teaching them what digital literacy is. We're teaching them about the value and benefit of the internet, why they need it. And then we're teaching them how to do telehealth visits.
Let's go ahead and set it up.
Okay. It is so very important, especially after COVID, when a lot of the seniors were confined to home, and the only external outlet they had was their phones, which were small and hard to read, and their television, which was mostly news and just local kinds of things. But with the tablet, they're able to extend out into the world.
Social isolation is a huge problem for seniors. According to AARP, 1 in 5 seniors is socially isolated. That means they're at high risk for depression, they're at high risk for anxiety, high risk for obesity, and high risk for dementia. That's why it's very important that we get our seniors moving and get them active and get them going, get their mind stimulated. And that's why this social isolation project is so important for seniors, because it helps them connect, it stimulates their minds and keeps them active so they can spend their latter years living in vitality in their own homes.
The goal of the project is to provide digital literacy training, provide them with a device, help them with cellular service, but to also help them get permanent internet service in their home so that after the pilot project is over, after 12 months, they will have service and can continue to utilize their device, continue to connect with family and friends, continue to connect with their providers virtually. So one of the things that we teach in this training is how to actually do a telehealth visit. And we survey each of the seniors before they attend the training session and identify who their healthcare providers are. And then we reach out to that healthcare provider to make sure that they will do telehealth or are doing telehealth. And then we make that accessible to that senior through their tablet. So don't be afraid just to play with it.
If you don't learn technology, you're going to be left behind. And a lot of folks are left behind now. Everything's evolving fast, quick, technology, and the isolation. That combination is not a good thing for anybody. So you have to find a way to communicate, connect, and this is perfect. Absolutely perfect.